welcome back to #1 top for PSO2 New Genesis gameplay, how to, and all that jazz. And today we are here for the very last part, at the time of this video anyway, of how to get your Kaizaar weapon. So we have covered all the items and we are working through our what weapon. And today in the final part we are going to be looking at all of you who use magical weapons such as a Waker, Force, Techter, and Bouncer as well. So before we hop into all that, I do want to give a giant thank you to everybody that's supporting over on Patreon and Twitch, but we will go more into that in a bit. And with that, let's jump into this and let's get you guys your walk weapon so you can finally unlock your Kaizaar. So to start off, we are going to be hunting down 5 weapons here, since if you need help as far as collecting your cubes or Blizzard, I have videos all about them. I will have it linked above, but for this video we're specifically going to be looking at our walk weapon. And so we're going to be hunting down our wand, a Talisman, wand, boots, and a harmonizer. So let's just go ahead and get the harmonizer out of the way real quick, because if you are playing a Waker, you're done. Congratulations. You don't got to collect a watt weapon, since there is not a watt weapon for a Waker. So I do appreciate you being here. I appreciate the view, but you're pretty much good to go. Go get your cubes, get your Blizzard, you're good to go. But with that being said, though, for every other one of the items, we are going to get the walk weapon. So once again, a little reminder here when it comes to walk weapon is, of course, do not bother upgrading them as far as augments or potentials are concerned, because once you get the weapon, you are required to enhance it to part 50, which we will do, of course, because you have to. But anything beyond that is not going to carry into your Kaizaar. So ideally, you want to just enhance it. That it. Do not do anything else to it, because at that point, it'll waste of time and money. So keep that in mind. And if you are dead set on using your walk weapon, you can get your Kaizaar stuff unlocked, since I do know collecting other material can take multiple weeks to get. Make sure you have a duplicate weapon that you can go ahead and put all your money and resources into, or be willing to be fine with losing all that once you actually turn it into your Kaizaar. So just a heads up on that one, but you do you. Also, before we get too far into this, in the video, we're also mainly going to be just showing how to farm the items from Distant Dreads and Kaizaar, as well as, of course, you can get it through other means, such as Origin Quests. Some of these mobs might pop up inside of Trials, or pop up in other game modes as well, but this is mainly going to be talking about Dreads, since Dreads are very specifically way more easier to farm and let RNG elite when it comes to finding the mob, so keep that in mind. Also, if you're interested in trying to farm these, I get the second bet way outside of Dreads, which will be, of course, tied to doing Wank to Dark Falls. And that quest will require you to do a few things, so let's go ahead and go over that real fast. Which, if you want to go through the normal farming mean for, of course, Wank 2, you can do so by talking to Tom in any of the cities, and of course, taking part in his weekly tasks to get your hands on some Alliance badges. And then with them badges, you can, of course, then trade it in for the triggers, since Wank 2 does require you to have an item to summon the boss so you can actually fight him. So you can go this way, or you can buy these straight from the auction house if you want to get your hands on a whole bunch of these, because doing your Alliance tasks all weekly, well, this is not. So you can get way more of the way faster by just buying them. But as you can see, at least on ship 1 right now, they are roughly going around about 18,000. So, which is another reason why we're mainly going to be focusing on Dread. But just note, this is an option if you do want to go that way. That is roughly on par of RNG as fighting Dreads. Also, while we're in the shop here, you can also go ahead and buy your watt weapons as well. They're not horribly offensive, but that might change depending on ship or when you're actually watching the video. So just note that is also an option if you don't want to deal with RNG farming. But with all that being said, though, let's go ahead and get into specifically how to actually farm these. So let's go ahead and start off with the Roughewn Wand here. So that one, we need to go ahead and go hunt down Quartile Sword, which can be found in West Cavaris, down here near the bottom left of the map. And of course, we are looking for that big ice dude walking around with the sword. So once you take him out, and hopefully on your side, you will get your hands on your Rokz weapon. And then let's go ahead and get you your Rokz boot for all your bouncers out there. And of course, we need to go ahead and go hunt the Maroi, I guess is how it's pronounced, which we can go ahead and find in West Cavaris as well here. And of course, he will be up the mountain a little bit from our last dread, which you will find him right here. And of course, this is the giant chicken dread. So there is that one. So on to the net weapon. And then for our wad, we need to go ahead and hunt down Wheelin. I guess, once again, pronunciation on these are up in the air. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and find this dread in Central Cavaris. And that one is, of course, going to be found a little bit up on the mountain net to the river here. And of course, we are hunting this dread right here, which is, of course, the summoner dread that I didn't realize I actually told up before we actually started fighting. So this is the dread we are going to hunt for our wad. And for our last weapon, we got ourselves the Talismans. So these can actually be found by defeating Tennessee Yeti, which we will go ahead and hunt down in South Cavaris, which can be found right here on the map, on the mountain right before hitting the ocean. And of course, the Yeti itself is literally right here overlooking the volcano. So we can go ahead and kill him for a chance at our final Rokz weapon for all your Talisman users out there. Oh, I get dual masters. And with that, that's gonna bring us to the end of our Kaizaar hunt as of now inside of PSO2 New Genesis. And once again, if you are interested in any very specific weapon, I do have videos on, of course, all the melee classes, all the range classes, as well as now all the magic user. And then on top of that, as well, where you can find cubes and orbs and everything you need for your Kaizaar weapon. I will have a link to the playlist above and probably at the end screen as well, or in the description. So hopefully the video progress have been very helpful for you unlocking your Kaizaar. And of course, I will update that with future weapon once we actually get like Luster in the game, or for whatever might be coming next for PSO, since we do have the Volcano region coming in December, which I imagine is going to become another point of grinding for whatever weapon might be next after Kaizaar. And of course, I will be covering all of them on how you can get your hands on them weapon as well as soon as they become available. And of course, if you, once again, have found it helpful in any way, shape, or form, or you want to keep up with PSO2 New Genesis gameplay guides, how to live stream, since I do stream every day here on YouTube and Twitch, be sure to do the thumbs up, subscribe, hit all the bells so you don't miss out on any of my PSO content. And of course, if you do want to become like all the wonderful people right here, you can do so in a few ways, either by, of course, hitting that wonderful join button below here on YouTube, or by coming on over to patreon.com/Maconn, or if you want to support by subscribing over on Twitch, you can do so at twitch.tv/TroyMaconn. Links in the description to all that. And this is the end of this epic journey for now, but don't you worry, I will be back tomorrow with any more PSO content. And to then, I will see you all in the comments.